This is Celebrity Page TV. We're covering pop culture news from around the world. I'm Sonia Isabel here in the CelebrityPage.com New York City newsroom. Hey, James, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Sonia. And I'm James Vaughn, keeping you covered from our West Coast newsroom. From Hollywood to your hometown, here's what's on today's episode.
For Gus Kenworthy, that is unprecedented.
He's a silver medal winning Olympian. Gus Kenworthy is here talking the 2022 games, his passion for puppies, and living his truth.
Also,
I'm an 18-year-old kid from Nebraska, and people all over the world look at me.
Jojo Siwa tells us about her newest project she calls a dream come true.
Plus,
this has been my first time in this sort of TV space.
It's the final chapter for the series Dickinson. Haley Steinfeld is sharing all about season 3 and saying goodbye. But first, now the 2022 is here. The Winter Olympics are just weeks away. And among those hoping to compete is Gus Kenworthy. We talked to Gus late last year about the upcoming games.
Gus Kenworthy was one of the medal favorites in the competition.
Gus Kenworthy securing his spot in Olympic history by earning a silver medal back in 2014. But Gus also winning the hearts of millions for being part of the first same-sex kiss shown during the Olympics in 2018.
Adam Rippon and I were the first two openly gay men to compete for Team USA in a Winter Olympics, and it's just crazy to me to think that really wasn't very long ago.
The star helping many athletes embrace their true selves with the 2020 Olympics featuring the most LGBTQ competitors in history.
To go to Tokyo and there's 100+ out LGBTQ athletes, it's just incredible.
With the next Winter Olympics just a few weeks away, Gus announcing this will be his final run on the slopes, but this time he'll be representing his birth country, the UK.
My mom has been my #1 fan for my whole career. I figured for my final one I would wave the Union Jack for her, so doing it in her honor and excited to have it sort of be my last one and hopefully get to end on a high note.
While traveling the world with his sport, Gus also embracing his philanthropic side, becoming an advocate for pet adoption.
I think adopting is just so wonderful. Adoption rates definitely spiked during the pandemic, which is incredible. I would encourage anybody that's considering it to do that because you really get your best friend.
Jojo Siwa has been known as one of the most popular kids entertainers, but now she's got everyone singing and dancing thanks to her recent movie musical. Jojo with the Bobo is now Jojo the film star, the triple threat bringing all her talents to her new project called The J-Team.
So this is my first musical movie, which I am so excited about. I think ever since I was little. I mean, I've always wanted to do this. It's such a fun thing that now that it's finally like my fun thing makes me so happy and so excited about it.
We've all been told that we don't fit in before. What if we celebrated everyone being unique?
Jojo making headlines, recently coming out as pansexual and encouraging her fans to live lives of authenticity.
You can be yourself, no matter what anybody says.
Jojo also inspiring her castmates with her infectious positivity.
You don't need to turn off your sparkle switch, and you're special, and all of those qualities that you have that make you unique are so important, and you should celebrate them.
Cheer up, this is gonna be fun, as long as you follow my rules.
TV veteran Tisha Campbell Martin also in the movie, but her role isn't quite as sparkly.
I've never played a villain before, not like this. And so I was teasing Jojo. I was like, Jojo, people gonna hate my guts when they see how I treat you and the kids. But it was so much fun.
The J-Team is streaming now on Paramount Plus. From a former Dancing with the Stars contestant, we move to a former American Idol finalist.
Yeah, Sonia, David Archuleta hit it big on Idol, and now he's telling us all about his newest music and his own personal journey.
David Cook.
Fans of David Archuleta had their hearts shattered when he came in second place during season 7 of American Idol. But his loss didn't keep him from becoming a star. The singer already releasing 9 albums, including his biggest hit, Crush.
It's just fun when people like reconnect to that moment in 2008 with American Idol or with Hannah Montana or iCarly or Crush. And they're like, oh my gosh, this brings back those memories. And just to bring people's youth back to them, just with that throwback or nostalgia is super fun.
I like the way you're moving,
David now busier than ever releasing his latest single, Movin', and announcing his next tour kicking off in 2022.
For me, it's all about going out of my comfort zone right now. This year, I wanted to just have fun. That's why I move in, hey, let's just freshen it up.
The musician also using his writing skills in his first children's book, all about the power of faith, friendship, and prayer.
I feel like I've never been this excited about a project as a children's book. It's basically to show people how to just have a conversation with, something higher than us.
How would you describe your sexual orientation?
I'd say that I don't know.
David making headlines for bravely coming out and announcing his fluid sexuality.
We just need to be more willing to talk openly about all this, and that sexuality is not always this. It's not always going to look this way.
You can stream Movin' and get David's children's book, My Little Prayer, now.
The Star Trek series Discovery continuing to break barriers for LGBTQ+ representation, and today we're talking with the history-making cast for this Pride Spotlight.
What exactly is this anomaly?
We're not certain. In the brand new 4th season, the Discovery crew is trying to understand a mysterious event. But beyond those action-packed scenes, something equally transformative is also happening on the show. For the first time in Star Trek history, featuring a gay married couple played by acting veterans Anthony Rapp and Wilson Cruz.
I feel like this is what we have been working towards our entire career, right? To be able to tell a story that reflects our lives, right? But also challenges television and this industry to really look at the way that our community is depicted and how our stories are told.
I've never felt like a she or a her, so I would prefer they or them.
Discovery also introducing transgender and non-binary representation, including the character of Adira, played by Blue Del Barrio, who themselves are non-binary.
It was a big thing for me, career-wise and life-wise. So I was very scared, but having the responses from not only other trans kids and trans adults, but also parents watching and being this is something that I can watch with my kid who is just came out or is experimenting or is trying to figure out who they are. This is something I can watch with them, and thank you for making this.
We cannot let fear define us in this moment.
That's such a brand new thing to Star Trek and frankly to most of television, that these kinds of moments and scenes had never occurred in Star Trek and hardly have ever occurred on television, if at all.
To be able to reflect that on the show has been really rewarding.
New episodes of Star Trek Discovery are streaming now on Paramount+.
It's time for today's See Her Celebrity Spotlight. Each week we celebrate women in the entertainment industry who are bringing talent and authenticity to the roles they take on and off screen. Well, today we're shining the spotlight on Hailee Steinfeld and her hit series Dickinson. Here's today's See Her Spotlight.
Don't worry, everyone. Emily Dickinson is here to help.
Hailee Steinfeld back for the third and final time as the legendary real-life poet Emily Dickinson.
It is so bittersweet. I've been saying that since we started shooting the 3rd season, just knowing that it's coming to an end.
The violence, the suffering, that's what I want to heal with my poetry.
The new season set during the Civil War as Emily struggles to find her voice during such a divisive time.
And I'm so proud of the work that we've done, and I'm so incredibly grateful to the fans for being so lovely and being so supportive and being just along this ride with all of us.
This war just came out of nowhere. I'm not sure about that. I think it was pretty clear we were headed in a bad direction.
The show exploring a range of topics from women's roles in society to gender, sexuality, and family.
A story about a woman who fought for her future to make and create her own future.
It means so much to me to be a part of a show that is representing queerness in an honest and beautiful way.
I can't live without you. I can't breathe without you.
To me, it's maybe been the best part of the show has been how fans have connected with the Emily and Sue storyline and how people have found themselves in the characters.
In a time that was difficult, we still found love, laughter, all the stuff that makes it human.
I think the fans have so many surprises in store for them. I am just so excited to relive it with them.
It will live on this streaming platform and be available to people to go back and revisit and binge all 3. Now they get the entire story. So I'm excited that it's about to finally all be theirs.
Dickinson is streaming now on Apple TV+. And for more information, visit seeher.com.
Still to come.
I feel everything. I'm feeling all the emotions right now. It feels amazing to open a new off-Broadway show.
We're on the red carpet in New York for a big musical opening. Find out what makes this show so important. And later,
I was bereft, though, that I never got the Marvel muscle suit.
Loki star Richard E. Grant tells us about trading in his Marvel costume for a very different look. It's all ahead on Celebrity Page TV.
Closed captioning brought to you in part by
At Rue La La, you never pay full price. Seize the deals on top names before they're gone. Shop RueLaLa.com today.
welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. The Trevor Project is an organization that literally helps save the lives of LGBTQ+ young people. And now the story of the group's namesake has been turned into a Broadway musical.
Trevor is taking over New York, the off-Broadway musical based on the Academy Award-winning short film, already receiving rave reviews.
We're changing lives, and it feels really great to, you know, be a character that people can relate to.
Our social producer Ricky Cornish chatting with the actor playing Trevor and the show's director just before opening night.
Just going through this process and bringing this character to life, how much fun has that been for you?
It's been so much fun, especially since it's a new musical.
Anyone who's been through middle school and come out the other side, I think can relate to the various struggles that the characters go through.
Taking place in the early 1980s, the musical follows a young Trevor as he struggles with his identity and accepting his true self.
It's absolutely thrilling to get to put something on stage that is simultaneously so emotional, but also so joyous.
But the excitement didn't stop there. Our correspondent Stephen Walker on the red carpet for Trevor's big premiere.
We're here at the premiere of Trevor the Musical, and we're about to talk to the cast. Trevor is such a deep and important message, especially now in this time. The deepness is hidden with all the glitz and glamour of the 80s and Diana Ross.
I think this show has a really beautiful message. I think it has a lot of heart, and I think it's very moving.
Well, who doesn't need a positive, uplifting show like Trevor right now, whether you're in New York or Los Angeles? I think we're all looking for happy stories.
You can learn more and get tickets to the show at TrevorTheMusical.com.
Time to see what's trending on CelebrityPage.com. Our social producer, Ricky Cornish, has some barrier-breaking country music for us. Happy New Year, Ricky.
Happy New Year, Sonia. Singer Brandon Stansel recently dropped a new EP and shared his personal journey in the country music industry.
You know me, we don't even need to talk. Let's just pick up where we left off.
Brandon showcasing a love story not often told in country music on his EP, This Must Be the Place.
I put out my first record in 2015, and even that video for that first single that I put out, there was a man playing opposite me. So I've always just felt it was very important for me to be authentic and put that out into the world, especially in a world like the country space where representation is growing, but the landscape is changing and has changed so much in the past 6 years for the better, but it feels nice to be a part of it.
The star using his platform to advocate for LGBTQ representation in country music and making history with the first video on CMT featuring a gay storyline.
Knowing that you have that positive impact on somebody out there, I imagine that's what makes this all worth it at the end of the day. Sure. I think as queer people, we all know that it can be hard to be proud of who we are, especially in the beginnings. Like when I was a kid, being gay was the thing I was most ashamed about. And now it's something I'm so proud of, and I love being a part of this community.
This Must Be the Place is available now. For more trending stories, visit CelebrityPage.com.
Just ahead,
I tried to talk myself out of doing this.
Oscar nominee Richard E. Grant tells us why everybody's talking about his new movie musical. That's coming up on Celebrity Page TV.
Step off the ice and get into the heat. Steam up your kitchen, bath, and spa remodel with Minions Construction. Affordable and luxurious. Incredible transformations. Call us for a free design consultation. Relax and enjoy the Minion style. Feel like a celebrity without spending $1 million. Be a Minionaire. Minions Construction is a proud sponsor of the Henderson Silver Knights.
It's time to have even more fun in Sin City. Here's today's Vegas headliners. Shania Twain is ready to go again. The country superstar announcing even more shows for her residency at Planet Hollywood.
Fans can expect a good time. Let's Go fans can expect to reminisce. They're going to hear the classics, they're going to sing along, and maybe even get a little bit emotional. You know, there's some emotional, touching moments as well.
Shania adding dates in June, August, and September. That's in addition to the shows she already had planned for February. Tickets are on sale now.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. All right, now to a movie that's based on a musical that was based on a documentary. Did you follow all that? We caught up with the stars of Everybody's talking about Jamie for this Pride Spotlight.
I want to be a drag queen.
Oh my days.
This new movie musical about a teenager from a small town in England with big dreams of being a drag performer.
Wrote to documentary makers to say, look, I want to come out as a drag queen at my prom, and I'm scared. Will you follow me? And that inspired this whole story.
It's so surreal, it's so crazy.
The real Jamie Campbell, a big fan of the young man playing him, first-time actor Max Harwood.
I've really loved being a part of this and getting to play this role. It's such a huge honor, and especially being an openly gay person, to be playing an openly gay young person in a film that's going to go to as many countries as it is just amazing, and I'm so, so grateful.
So, why do you want to be a drag queen?
Because it's all I ever dream of.
You just found yourself a mentor.
Yeah, yes, please.
Oscar nominee Richard E. Grant trading in his classic low-key costume to become a fellow drag queen and mentor to Jamie.
At my age, I never thought I'd be offered a singing, dancing, drag queen role in a movie musical.
I don't know who I am.
You're 16, of course you don't. It celebrates diversity, inclusivity, and more than anything, tolerance.
Stop waiting for permission to be you. I feel like sometimes when people are faced with something that they don't know, they kind of run in the opposite direction and go, oh, I don't understand that, go away.
Tolerance is something that, seems to me is slightly in short supply. And I think that's the underlying message of the movie. To be loved and to be seen.
Everybody's Talking About Jamie is streaming now on Prime Video.
Convicted killer Scott Peterson is back in the news on Reels. Here's your first look.
Last time I saw Lacey that she came in for the prenatal class was December 20th. So that's days, just 4 days before her disappearance. And we had a good session, but the woman could barely walk. He was not in a position where she could walk comfortably, which is how come when I heard that she was walking the dog when she disappeared, I called the police and said, the woman couldn't walk. There's no way she was out early Christmas morning on a foggy day in uneven terrain, walking the dog without her cell phone.
We'll be watching Scott Peterson, The Friends Speak, Sunday, January 9th on Reels.
We come back.
If Johnny and I can actually work together and we win, Cobra Kai will be out of business.
Celebrating Cobra Kai's return to Netflix, next on Celebrity Page TV.
Weenie's Charbroiled Hot Dogs is the only charbroiled restaurant in Las Vegas. Weenie's Charbroiled has a full menu of hot dogs, foot-long cheese chili dogs, pizza logs, Senoran Mexican hot dogs on bolillo buns, and Chicago-style Italian beefs served wet with jardinera. Mention this ad for a complimentary Loganberry drink with your order. Family-friendly with dine-in and carry-out service. Weenie's Charbroiled Hot Dogs.
If you don't come to Weenie's,
we know what it feels like to be unhappy and unhealthy, and we want to help you get to happy and healthy. We have nutrition programs, we have personal training, boot camp classes, CrossFit classes, and excellent coaching to help you get to where you want to be. But the best part of it is that we start by sitting down with you one-on-one, and we talk about your goals and we talk about your life's journey so far, and it's a free meeting where we figure out your life plan together. You're finally going to have help becoming the happiest and healthiest you can be.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. Favorite us at CelebrityPage.com for your latest pop culture news. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Netflix is celebrating the new year by dropping new episodes of its hit series Cobra Kai. Ranker.com tells us about Season 4 and what else is watchworthy.
Netflix's Cobra Kai was the reboot no one saw coming. The series rides a wave of nostalgia that both beckons fans of the original Karate Kid film franchise, while also adding new depth and nuance to that story, casting a sympathetic light on the film's bad boy, Johnny Lawrence. As Cobra Kai fans eagerly binge the 4th season, Watchworthy has a few recommendations they're statistically more likely to love. Fans of Cobra Kai's underdog story will probably also enjoy HBO's Barry. This acclaimed comedy stars Bill Hader as a professional hitman who gets unexpectedly bitten by the acting bug. Like Cobra Kai, Barry features a likable hero going through a midlife career change that has them chasing their dreams to escape their past. Another good suggestion for fans of Cobra Kai is Amazon Prime's Jack Ryan, starring John Krasinski. Like Cobra Kai, this show updates a classic character and story for modern audiences, comfortably bringing Tom Clancy's iconic spy into the 21st century. Cobra Kai fans will appreciate Jack Ryan's high-quality fight scenes, though they happen far outside the ring and the continent. And finally, fans of Cobra Kai will also enjoy Netflix's Stranger Things, which is set to return for a 4th season in 2022. A sci-fi monster mash filled with clever writing and great performances, Stranger Things will appeal to Cobra Kai fans who enjoy the 80s nostalgia and humor of the show. This series is a TV phenomenon. If they still haven't seen it, Cobra Kai fans now have one more reason to get on the bandwagon. That's all we have this week. If you want more recommendations, be sure to check out the Watchworthy app and get more suggestions based on your personal tastes.
All episodes of Cobra Kai are streaming now on Netflix.
That's a perfect way to start 2022, Sonia. Well, on behalf of Sonia and the entire team, I'm James Vaughn. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and Happy New Year. We'll be back next week, and remember, we've always got you covered on CelebrityPage.com for your daily trending stories.